Amanda, what did you do? Nothing. I just wanted to have the cast party Calcat promised me. So I conjured everybody. Everybody. Everywhere. Everywhen. Yeah.
I didn't promise you a cast party. I was wishing there should be a cast party. You just didn't hear the if part. What have you done? You've conjured all of these Sillians everywhere, all at once. Now what are we going to do?
You were wishing it. Explain that later. How do I make this mess go away?
Oh no, oh dear, this will never do. Oh dear, oh no, this will never do. The entire timeline is completely fractured. You can't go about doing that to the universe, young lady.
Q, why are you dressed like that? You look ridiculous.
I'm like a Q card. You get it? Q card? Well, more of a Valentine's Day card. Yes, or a box of chocolate confections. I'm, of course, the King of Hearts.
Amanda, what is going on? I told Calcat not to bring you here. You of all people. Is it because my character died? Or because you're me? I don't need to explain myself. Not yet. Amanda Lee and Rumbly, what have you done? What is all this? The hell? We were on the Enterprise, and now we're here.
Some kind of temporal Q shenanigans. We're in trouble. Q, what a fascinating species. They have powers. I could get with that.
Wow, this is really screwed up. It must be about that time again, isn't it? Yes.
Back for more fun and games, I'm assuming.
Oh boy, I'm back.
We really have gone where none dared go before. Yes.
Oh, God, the dad puns. Please stop with the dad puns. Please. What in the world? Where is this place? We've seen anything like it.
No longer in cat attire. I'm me again. Oh, what madness is this? Not only that, I am younger again. Huh? What? I'd even say I'm alive again. Oi, I cannot explain it. None of this can be explained. Oh no. I was going to be in that new thing, that Vanguard space and all that. Yeah, it's going to be wonderful. Yeah. But see, my character's kind of complex, and, well, I can't use his real name and all that stuff, so. Yeah, I was McKee in the other timeline. Now I've gone back to being me. It's easier to do this voice than do an accent. Yeah. I've been rejuvenated. I'm younger again, too. It's weird. I feel like I'm 50 or something. Wow. But I have the mind of a teenager, of course. How did I play McKee? I don't even know how I did that.
What? What's going on? Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I think I'm having one of those episodes. No, wait. It's not an episode. It's real this time. Oh, God.
Well, it appears we've entered some sort of strange alternate space where all things have come together. How odd. We were going on a space adventure and we ended up here. Who are you? I'm Devin Clark. Who are you? I'm Devin Clark. Thomas Cassins, at your service. Or not. I don't even know where we are. I am, Thomas. It's a pleasure to meet you. But you'd think that we'd switch character roles, but we didn't end up doing that. It's odd. Oh well. Fascinating. I was Sen Perkak in the other timeline. I find that amusing. I've also been a number of other people, but here I am here, and I'm he. That is. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Yeah. That I didn't even go on the mission at the end of the other story. I'm just here. Conjured here. Wow. Cool.
Cohnirri, that's different.
Well, I don't know what's going on here, but it's pretty trippy. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Maybe it's a Q. He's messing with us again. Oh, yeah. Suppose you don't want to hear the one about the blonde guy who looks like Riker. Me.
Perhaps you should work on your delivery.
It is interesting that we were all the alien bad guys in that other story, but now we've been transmutated here, and our makeup didn't all come off, so we are playing like space zombies or something. All right. Very well. We are kind of a mess, but that's cool. So we'll just play like we're a theater troupe or something. I'm still so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I am a vision, about to be wished. And beautiful.
Last thing I remember, I was transported from that other ship by that Sandra Talisman girl. Where's this? Where's this place? You, what's going on here? You're asking me, Elijah, from the other timeline? I have no idea. Great, that makes two of us. It is annoying, though, because my ex-husband ran off because he went crazy one night and just decided to run off. I don't know where he is. He's out here somewhere. Probably run into him eventually. The marriage didn't last long, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I was too much for him. I suppose you'll want to discuss that later. I don't do that. I'm not a counselor. I do not need a counselor. I was the captain of a starship, the Chimera A. It was a battleship. Dreadnought class. You remember it. And then I was captain of another ship after that. And then they booted me out of Starfleet as the Klingon Civil War started. Yes, the Klingon Civil War of the late 2408 to 2412 or so. Yeah.
Yep, that one.
We're the zombie people. We're like a theater troupe. If you reintroduce all of us right here, then we can just have random appearances by the rest of us. You know, I'm literally breaking the fourth wall and telling you that. And I also find it amusing that every time they have a reunion for Voyager, they never invite me. So I can totally reach for that Amanda lady not being invited to a party. Because they don't invite me. Well, it's because I'm insane, but still, they don't invite me. It is okay to be insane. This is Silly Track. Everyone's a little cuckoo here. You'll fit right in. Hold on a second. That Q character, he was dressed really, really froofy and weird. Oh no, what is today's date? Star date or story date? It's Valentine's Day, isn't it? Yes. Yes, it is. Q. Damn it, Q. It's like we're all astronauts on some kind of Star Trek. That line never gets old, does it?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I like that line. I think we're in one of our best of the worst review movies. Ooh, we're in trouble now. Oh, God. I need some beer, some brewski from Milwaukee. I don't think any brewski from Milwaukee is going to help us with this one, Mike. Well, if you ask me, in my new garb, I kind of look kind of sexy. I got out of the Neelix suit for this. And here we are. Did you know I had a bit part in that other story? Yeah, I was a guy in that one. Yeah. Were you Everett, Cassins, Gordon? I don't know which one. Everett. I played Everett. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. Well, at least we don't have to review this Trek. It is great to be back. I'll say that.
Oh my, they just love my character. Bringing her back, but then giving her nothing to do. Ugh. Well, it's the annual. Yeah, it's kind of awkward and weird. Kind of like what they did with Discovery and their trans characters. They were like, we just can't make that work, so they're just going to be straight and then break up in the finals. What a bunch of malarkey. Gah. That was so lame. Why did they do that? At least they didn't kill them first. Yeah, that was pretty annoying. But then again, most of the show was annoying. They didn't even mention the main characters until the finale. They mentioned some of their backstories, like in passing. What were they doing? It's not that the show didn't work, it's that didn't work. That means where my character's supposed to be. I know there's another version in that other show, but, yeah, well, hi, everybody.
Am I married to Kiriyoshi now, or am I just kind of hanging out with him? Not sure what's going on there. Anyway, we have a kid or something, or a grandkid in the other timeline, or something. How can that even work? I mean, it's all technically 2025 as far as we're concerned, but as far as they're concerned, it's either 2413 or 2488 or something. Well, I don't get it. Well, it's silly track. As long as it's fun. But it would be interesting to meet that other version of me. Or that other grandson or something. That would be interesting. Yeah. It is, after all, silly track. And this is, of course, the annual.
I knew they'd resurrect me sooner or later. My awesomeness has no bounds.
At least it's not one of those smarmy young adult adaptations from a novel or something. Ugh, so terrible. Well, if you ask me, fanfic can be really, really bad. But usually this Calicat stuff's kind of fun. Just to break the fourth wall there. Yeah. And be done for the, these don't cost any money. It could be more than a cameo. It's Valentine's Day, isn't it? She didn't have a party. That's what's going on. Really? That's the story? That's what you're going with. That's the one you're gonna... That's it. Okay. Well, we are well and truly fracked.
It's my party and I'll cry if I want to.
Where did Sito go? What'd you do with her?
I wished her away for now. She'll be all right.
Stop doing that. You're going to affect the timeline.
I'm not the older Amanda Q from Next Generation. I'm the other one, from later on.
Yes, of course, I'm Q. I know everything. You know what? There aren't very many hot chicks in this universe. Ooh. Yeah, too bad, really. I'm a Lothario, A Casanova. I'm a stud.
How can you be a stud? You are not a piece of wood.
I can have wood, but not right now. Get it? Wood? Yeah, like my penis? It is Valentine's Day after all.
No, I don't get it. Sorry.
You don't have fun? Perhaps I can go find something more fun. I was playing this Nathan Char guy, and it was all burned and messed up in the other timeline. And now I'm beautiful again. Excellent.
You are annoying. I would recognize you even out of your makeup.
Kitty cat! It's you, isn't it? Oh my goodness. I only play somebody really, really evil on TV. I'm not really that evil.
And I play someone good on TV, but I'm really that evil.
It appears that someone behind me fell down drunk.
Crash, what are we doing here again? Hasn't Calicat learned his lesson?
The Q has decided to bring it to this annoying Valentine planet again. Ugh. This is well. I was rather bored on the Enterprise. We weren't really doing anything. All that legacy and all that stuff. It was called that, Oh, yes. But they decided not to do that. Here I am.
I also had this weird May-December thing going on with the actress who played the Doctor, who was supposed to be my space mother, which was really strange. They kept referencing it at a convention last year. It was rather odd. What's going on with that? You have any idea what's going on with that, Crash? Nope, I wasn't there. I am Schnellitus of Borg. Resistance is futile.
I'm a Techite, Azeroth, from the planet Jellypaper. You're a Techite. Got it. I'm not supposed to meet you guys until the other show starts, but here I am. Her. I'm actually going to be Kimchi in the new show, which is extremely typecasting, considering I literally am Kimchi. Yeah. I'm a hot-blooded Chicano. I'm Char. Yeah. I mean, what am I in this universe now that I've been changed back? I don't know. I'm not Char anymore. It's kind of weird. I think my character's dead. Ever have that happen?
That happens all the time around here. Keep getting regenerated and stuff. But having seen how you looked in that other show, they did a miracle on you, but not on me for some reason.
It was grease paint. It came off really easily, like pancake batter.
I played Ayer on Chimera, and I also played Orange Claw the Catman. I see we meet at last.
Ah, yes, I play Alexander Ishenko, son of Worf, grandson of Mug. I am the most studly and male version of any male member of the crew. I was widowed not long ago, when Wilson Uhura disappeared into a strange space anomaly. Did that ever happen to you? No. No, that didn't happen to me. What happened to me is I disappeared into the anomaly. But now I got better. I'm back now. I am Air once more. And then that weird Klingon music keeps playing whenever I show up. Yes. I have noticed that it is rather annoying. It is probably Q. He is always behind these goofy story adventures. I don't know. I think this one has more of a lady's touch to it. I don't think it's just Q. I think it's someone else. I just have a feeling. That would be annoying if there was a female Q doing this. No idea how to solve that.
What in the actual hell is going on here? Damn, this is messed up. These other two look kind of like our daddy. But younger, like our age or something. That is so screwy. Some kind of weird transport accident or something? I don't have any clue. No, I think it probably has something to do with this weird realm we're in. Oh yeah, what makes you say that?
Hello, soul sisters. I'm Crush LaForge. And this is my sister brother. Fix it, LaForge. Yes. I can fix anything. I'll have you know that we too are the son daughters of the cutiest of Borg and the shiviest of Borg. Rescued from a shipping space-time anomaly. We also represent Section 34. You know, Section 34 is a clandestine organization to do what Federation can't do. Exactly. But what my queen sister over here means is we do the stuff the Federation doesn't want to do.
Apparently, Calcat has not learned his lesson. And has doubled down, literally. They're us, from another timeline. Well, I guess if they didn't do trans-rate on Discovery, why not do it right here? Are they from the PL universe? And what the hell is Rule 34 have anything to do with Section 31? I think they're just confused. Or maybe in their universe, Section 31 is Section 34. Unless it is Rule 34, in which case it's probably shipping. Which is kind of what this is. Oh yeah, shipping. I hope I don't gotta kiss anybody. I ain't kissing nobody.
That's okay, sister. I'm not gonna kiss you anyway. I'm not interested in girls. But if there was another dude around here. See, that's what they messed up on that tall grade thing on Discovery. They was like, you know what they should have been? They should have both been girls. Instead of playing like one of them was a boy. If they trans, they should have been like both girls. That would have made more sense. Oh, you silly. They should have been both boys. That would have been funny. Well, maybe that would have been too funny, though.
Wait a minute. When you said Section 34, did you mean Section 31 or something else?
Yes, Lee, we mean something else. You see, Section 34 deals with Rule 34 in Star Trek/fiction. Not with clandestine affairs. Well, if they are clandestine, they are affairs, but different kinds. On our planet, on our Federation planet far out. That's what happens there. Except that anomaly ate it in that episode. Unless it comes back, of course. Silly Trek does that. Oh, it's Valentine's Day, so you know, whatever. Yes, there's Section 34 deals with Rule 34 breaking. In which it's clandestine and very naughty. Anything naughty that's naughty shipping, well, we have to go and visit it and make sure that it's not too naughty, otherwise YouTube will flag it.
You mean like naked space orgies like in that Discovery episode? Yeah, that was a little weird. They had to blotter out all of the penises and dicks and stuff like that. Because they couldn't show that on the TV. So like, why did they draw them in the first place? You know, the animators, there's an uncut version of that. Don't look at it though. Just don't.
I agree, but that Brad Boimler was hung like a horse. Damn, no wonder Beckett Mariner like him. Why, he bigger than me. Oh, you silly savage, you're no bigger than me. I wasn't, this is silly, I wasn't talking about me. Well, not directly.
It's a metaphor. Like prehensile dicks. Well, that's not unusual. Girls talk about their private parts too. Except we're just quieter about it. Like, for instance, when I came in here, I queefed. She was excited. Also, I came in here too, and, well, it wasn't a queef. Let's just say it was the other end. Damn it! Damn it! I told you not to do that in public. Oh. Fighting everywhere like a trumpet. Well, I walked out of the way so you couldn't smell it. You shouldn't have come up behind me.
A fart joke, really? Was this written by a 16-year-old? Nope. We come from the sisters of the other ship. Pulled out of space-time by that crazy Q girl. She wanted to have a party. I likes parties. But you don't want to go to my parties. I mean, you know what I'm saying. They're kind of scary. Just so it's not a Diddy party. I'll make a direct modern reference right there. Just to totally date this moment right here for clarity's sake.
Hell no, I'm not going to Diddy's house. He's a sick bastard. I've never done a Diddy party. I'm not saying I haven't done the crunk, though. Well, that Ripple stuff's not cheap, even if you are. Because now Ripple comes in a kid variety. It's like a juice. It's kind of weird. Used to be, it was a crunk juice. Well, at least this version of us is a little more realistic. And we kind of painted cool, so that's cool.
Well, just don't say show enough and make jokes about Mr. Peoples. Because I know that guy ain't here no way. He's long gone. She didn't conjure him. Well, but if you want, you can reference the real king of comedy, Rudy Ray Moore, of course, if you likes. Petey Wheatstraw, that kind of stuff. The great Dolomite. Some people don't even know who the heck that guy was. Or who Red Fox was. Yeah, like that white mother effer that was on that Colavito channel for the ancient aliens, who was like, I am American Negro. That dude was not black. That dude was white. Every time somebody referenced a modern rapper, and then somebody referenced Sanford & Son and Dolomite, he had no fucking clue who they were. Now don't tell me that, and then referenced the original kings of comedy, he didn't know who they were neither. And they weren't the original kings of comedy, by the way. That movie, those men were all young bloods. Spike Lee was like, I want to make the young bloods come out there. Well, those all the young ones, Yeah, except for that one guy, except for Bernie Mac. He wasn't young. But yeah, it's like, where was Richard Pryor in that movie? Where was Rudy Ray Moore in that movie? What the heck? I inadvertently stumbled across the most offensive video guys.
Film threat? Really? Out here? I didn't think she knew who Film Threat was.
Hello, I am Schnellitus of Board. Resistance is futile.
Damn. I think we encountered Marcy. Yeah. Damn, who is this cracker? Cracker? You mean like star crackers? I'm on that. Oh, you're not talking about star crackers. MC Kim, kimchi at your service. LaForge. Pleasure to meet you. And I'm the LaForge. I'm Engineer LaForge. And over there are our trans gay counterparts. Yeah, I believe you just heard them. I did. I see some afar out has survived. How extraordinary. Well, if I'm here, clearly they were rescued as well.
We were among your crew, Schnellitus of Board. It is good to see you again. And I was trapped in another universe where Mr. Peoples lost his junk. Yes, it is good to see you again, Commander. Whatever happened to that Amy Wershing Borg Queen Lady girl reference? Girl. Was she rejuvenated too?
Yes, but it would be weird if she showed up, because she's actually dead in real life. That'd be strange. We're not going to do that. Anyway, so let's go over there.
Very well, Kimchi. I mean, yeah. Schnellitus, was it? Yeah. Schnellitus. Girl kind of looks like Zeridan, too, but she moved. Good thing she did, too, because Zeridan would absolutely hate this part.
Yeah, it's way too woke. The funny thing is, though, we don't actually use the expression woke. That's the conservatives using that. We don't use it at all. It's just really stupid. What's that other expression? DEI? That don't make any sense either. Damn. Because we don't use that expression. Star Trek has always been woke. You know that. Well, the only thing I found annoying about all of it is when we were on that Picard show on the Enterprise and all that, even the rebuilt shit. What I found annoying about the Picard show was it was always too dark. I like this place is light and airy and stuff like that. Yes, the Q in this timeline generally loves Star Trek and really, really want it to be optimistic again. I mean, like, trying really hard to make it optimistic again. Like, really, really hard. Like, And even in the darkest of times, in the Cohnirri space story, where it gets all dark, it's still ultimately optimistic. And in Space Vanguards, which I'm going to go on to do, it's going to be optimistic again. And even humorous at times. Even a little naughty at times. Just a little bit. But still PG-13. Yeah. I don't know if the humor is going to work anymore, but so what? We'll make it work. I look forward to that. Once will come a day when Star Trek is once again glory. And you know, it's the 60th anniversary in a little over a year. They better do something cool. Not that Section 31 dribble. Although I kind of liked parts of that story.
I like that the Cousins one was making fun of the universe-ending device and it didn't work. It's kind of funny. I like that they did that. There weren't enough jokes about dicks, though. Remember in that other universe, when I was that other guy, I played Mr. Peoples. And when I did, my ding-dang was replaced after it'd been cut off. Because, yes, castration joke. Yeah, that's funny. It was actually one of the funniest scenes, actually. Oh, you silly Sister Savage. That wasn't you. That was the other one, you silly goose. I guess it was. I stands corrected.
Amanda? Where am I? Where is she? I am Sito Jaxa, soul sister of Amanda, the Q. Now I'm here, on this weird ship. Oh, my goodness. Now what? What's going on over there? That was brought back, the other timeline. You know, things happened in the Lower Decks universe that shouldn't have happened. But other things happened that should have. It's all about Star Trek. And Valentine's Day. I don't even have a boyfriend. Yes. I always loathed Valentine's Day because I didn't have a boyfriend. Resistance is futile, child. I am 7 of 9 of the Enterprise G. How did I get here? This is a starship of some kind. It took you Starfleet that long to promote you to captain. That's kind of ironic and weird. I don't think we've ever officially met. Well, hopefully in this universe we'll remember this weird meeting, yes. We have officially met now. But I'm not going to kiss you, just so you know. I'm bi, but I don't really swing that way. I really was not thinking of kissing anyone right now. At all, actually. In the slightest bit. 7. Yeah. It's much less you. It'd be kind of weird. Okay.
Perhaps you need to find somebody with similar traits to you, and then you can hang out together. There's bound to be somebody similar to you here. There's people that are similar to me here. For instance, that Borg lady over there. Kind of like me.
I realize that my figure itself here is clearly a crusher, but they made 7 of 9 ones, but they didn't do them right, and so they made me paint it up. And I was Jenkins, Jacqueline Jenkins in the other show, and Stevens too. This is weird. In that other show in Cohnirri Space. Some of my Cohnirri Space people, they're here. Some other people too. That's weird.
Hello, Jenkins, is it, or 7? I'm not quite clear on that. I, of course, played Beth Cassins.
It's just kind of weird because my character is like 2 different people, but the same figure. It is confusing, yes. To clarify, I was playing Ariana Piedmont in the other timeline. So I'm Ariana Piedmont. which is weird because that's actually the person that plays me. And I think you are too, which you should be the other girl. You should be, yeah. You mean I should be Miriam Follett? Yeah, that makes more sense, actually. I should be Miriam Follett, and you should be her, Ariana Piedmont, also known as Jane Foster. We can make that joke here because yeah, the Q creators of the timeline didn't realize that was already taken by the Thor people from the Marvel. Yeah, it would be like naming your character Jane, Mary Jane or something. Yeah, we've been over that before. So I would be also the character of Kimchi, the Miriam Follett. I'm Miriam Follett in real life. Yeah. Hi. And I'm Jane Piedmont. Yes, and in real life. But the but the problem, of course, is that I played her in the other timeline, and our ages are kind of mixed up from the other timeline and the other stories that we put together. And yeah, I'm younger than her, and she's actually, Jane Foster, really. Yeah. And she is Wendy McKinley from the fictional adventures. I'm Jane Foster, and she's Wendy McKinley. Just to clarify that. Yes, my real name is Wendy McKinley, sister of Kelly Bullock's. So technically, Wendy Bullock's. Anyway, so let's go on to the next thing before we confuse them even more. I'm not going to kiss either of you either. I like that girl, but I'm not going to kiss her either. Don't worry about it, kid.
As Devin Clark, commander of the Vanguard, I wish to kiss you, Thomas Cassins. Right now. Right on the lips, passionately. Yes, I wish to kiss you right now. It's weird, though, because, like, our characters are flipped. I'm actually the other guy, but I should be that guy, and usually Picard is Calcat, but, for some reason Picard played you in the other one, and I'm confused, too. I assumed that you were kidding about wanting to kiss me. However, my character on Cohnirri Space was probably rather asexual and not interested in that kind of thing. Didn't appear to have any luck with women. And my ex is right behind me there, isn't she? Beth there. I am, of course, Thomas Cassins from the Distant Destinies, and my character didn't have a lot to do. Because my character on Distant Destinies as Thomas Cassins was a spoof of, if anything, a spoof of not Cisco or Kirk or that kind of thing, but more of a spoof of Michael Burnham, actually. Sort of a blank character who kind of embodies the other ones and brings them together, and we don't learn much about him. Yeah, the Cohnirri Space has really been a spoof of Discovery, and hence the ship, the Discovery, being in it and all that. At least that's my theory, anyway. I don't know if it's accurate. But I commanded the Endeavor.
That is the theory. And yes, they flipped character. Neither of you, though, are Hollyberg from the original fictional adventure. Neither of you.
Well, I look nothing like Holocat or Calicat, so there. Yeah. So yeah, there's that. I'm supposed to be Brookston, I guess. He's Calicat. I think I'm Brookston. Yes, Tom Brookston. That's right. Except that top billing. Yeah. No, I'm not. I was playing Tom Brookston, but I think Calicat again. How confusing. I am utterly baffled. I think they just screwed up the title credits, maybe. You actually bothered to read the title credits. I like you. You're funny. But no, I'm not going to kiss you. I was kidding. Unless you want to, of course. And I am Sandra, although a curious anomaly has occurred. As normally I am Silly Kelly Bucks. I am actually her brother, which is in person. It's really weird. Some of the data makeup here look different. Yeah, Sam Picard. And what's fun is Star Trek has again copied me, or one of us, including Cal as Cole, and all that other stuff, because he's apparently Thomas, which doesn't make sense. But yes, it should be Thomas as Thomas, but it's not. It's Cal. So the other show, it's got to be, Clark's got to be Thomas. Yeah, so the oddity occurred in the Section 31 movie when they had a bad guy named San, whose age is screwed up because they brought back the Empress from the distant future to the past, but her nemesis would be 100 years old at that point. He'd be an old man, because they didn't add the dates up right. They got the date right for the story, it being the star date and all that. The star date was convoluted, but I think we've been over that, the star date. But yeah, this is not about Section 31. This is more about Section 34, which is Rule 34. Which Section 34's rule is, of course, there is porn of it, always, if it's on the internet. There's not going to be any porn of this, though, shipping. This kind of shipping is PG-13. Similar to Will Wheaton's shipping. I'm sure he'll show up later. So yes, San was that story, and in this one I played San Percac, the Cohnirri space guy. And yeah, he was rather the most interesting character in it, besides the cat guy and Cassins. Yeah, so the three of us, we were the big three. I thought it was funny that Bob Picardo, doctor figure, was playing Cassins. And I basically said heroic things, and I basically took on the role of the guy that wanted to blow up his ship or planet at the end, and didn't do it, because that would have been messed up. And I didn't end up doing it, so it's okay. Yeah, well, it was that guy. So yeah, everything's cool with that. So, Clark will be Thomas Cassins. All right. And his accent will probably disappear within seconds. You just have a normal accent then after that. Well, he could always go with the Canadian accent like I did. Yeah.
Is this a sketch or just us rambling about our origins and stuff? Because I'm okay with either.
Is this the ship we left on or some other ship? It looks different. I think the Q conjured us here.
I have a feeling it's a female Q that's behind this. It just seems to have that earmark going on. Yeah, it's a female Q. It's my sister. My soul sister. She didn't want to include me in that other story. Because she was like, I don't want to be in that other story. I'm annoying and I'm weird and stuff. But then I was in this one, and now she just kind of banished me over here. It was my sister. It was Amanda Q. She did it. Rumbly.
Well, that's good to know. Cito.
Yeah, that kind of explains things. But now what do we do about it? Do we just sit here and discuss the nature of our series? By the way, how are you alive, Cito? Didn't you die?
Her origins were explained several times. I looked into it. Apparently, in a divergent timeline, Cito Jaxa, Nicholas Locarno, and Esri Dax were all friends in the divergent timeline. And then it became the convergent timeline after the Picard show.
It's all very convoluted. But apparently, Cito Jaxa, Nicholas Locarno, and two others, Crass and Mahoney, were prisoners on a Cardassian planet called Declula. And they were on this Cardassian planet, and they were all like, well, we're on this planet. And during the Dominion War, the 2370s, they had all been captured. Cito hadn't been killed in the shuttle accident. It had been a ruse by the Cardassians. And then, apparently they were on the planet, and they were rescued several years later by the Starship Exeter under then Captain Esteban, who has since passed. Admiral Esteban. And Captain Esteban rescued them and took them to the Battle of Beta Z, where the ship was on its way there to the Battle of Beta Z. And at the Battle of Beta Z, the Enterprise E showed up, and everybody was redeemed in battle because they decided, hey, our ships are under attack and stuff. Okay, ships are under attack, and then they were Esteban was injured because she was already wheelchair bound, and she was injured, and the bridge crew were incapacitated by the attack. And Locarno and Cito and Mahoney and Crass were in sickbay, which they had enough injuries, but they were able to get to auxiliary control on the Exeter, since it was similar to the Voyager, the ship. The Voyager hadn't returned from the Alpha Quadrant yet. That would be years later. But anyway, so it was similar to the Voyager. It was Intrepid class. They went to the bridge, and they went to the auxiliary control, commandeered the ship, and rescued the crew of the Exeter.
Then Captain Picard, after the battle, said, all right, Mr. Locarno, having been in Prison Planet for some time and been redeemed, I decided that you are now officially...
Yes, redeemed, and you don't need to serve your sentence. Also, Cito, who was a mess from being tortured by the Cardassians for several years, was under surveillance for some time. Then instead of Esri Dax meeting and marrying, for some reason, Bashir, which makes no sense, because Bashir and Kira were clearly an item in that timeline. Not him. It had nothing to do with him and her Dax. That just really doesn't make sense. I mean, they had sex once in the finale of Deep Space Nine, just once, and, oh yeah, they're going to get married now. No. Doesn't make sense. So, they didn't get married. Dax met to redeem Nick Locarno. They fell in love. They became the commander and first officer of the Starship Chimera in the 2380s, 2388 or so. In a divergent timeline because there was no Mars attack, so it's a divergent timeline. Or if there was, they just didn't mention it. It could be similar. And then Sito here was on their crew, and also Krass and Mahoney were on their crew as well. So there you go. That's the story. How'd I do? That is surprisingly accurate. 7. Of course, you are a Borg, so that kind of makes sense. Perhaps I should kiss you. It would be too May December of us. We will not do that. Very well. Perhaps later. But then, in the other timeline that's called Lower Decks, Locarno ended up blowing himself up in 2381 and making a planet, a Genesis planet, and Mariner made a Genesis planet using the Ferengi Genesis device. Is that the planet we're on? That'd be weird. It's not the planet of the Fallen Ones, is it? Because that'd be weird, too. Maybe it is. I don't know. We do seem to be in orbit of a planet on a ship. But they'll probably use cheap effects from the Cohnirri space story because they don't want to spend any more money on this one.
Not that these things cost anything. They're fan films. They're not for profit at all. They're not making any money. They're just spending it on props and stuff. I bet this room itself is probably no more than $50. So, after all this, your show is over. Where are you going? Ha ha ha. Because that's like an old joke from the 90s. Yes, we'll be going to Disneyland. Danny. Wrong universe. Just thought I'd let you know that. It's wrong universe. It's nothing to do with Disneyland. Stop that.
I will go as well. And I will go naked. That'd be messed up. If there's anything we don't want to see, is middle-aged versions of ourselves running around a hotel room naked. Are you kidding? I'm still hot. They're like a rebel bad girl, you know. You know, Kira was, of course, inspired by the fictional adventures. And by the Major Kira on Deep Space Nine was, of course, inspired by Mark Cards' own sister. Did you know that? Yeah. Really? I suppose you think I was inspired by Cal Cat's own sister. Or was I? Dun, 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 dun. I think you were more inspired by her friend than her. Yes.
Ah, yes.
Yes, the original Wendy McKinley. But what you do not know is that she did go streaking down the street in the neighborhood. Everybody saw it. Oh, my. Perhaps I should find MC Kim and have us compare notes. She was there.
I'm Thompson. Thompson. Yeah, Thompson. From the Starcracker. What am I doing here? Oh, well, I guess these guys are sort of Zuri. It's kind of cool. Okay. Yeah. There's girls. There's chick ones. Of course, I might be just imagining the whole thing. I hope it's not a dream, though. That'd be stupid. Probably Q or something. Lady Q. Like the time that I really identified Joss Whedon wasn't a real feminist. I could tell, because I am not a real feminist. I think I was accidental or something. One of my eyes is all screwed up. I'm here now, I guess. And here I am, all messed up from the space battle. Yeah, one of the guys in the story. Yeah. I could be Cyrano, too, maybe. Be kind of funny. He's now a pirate. Nar. Here I am. I don't know if there's any girls you want here, Mr. Zuri feller, Thompson. Cause we're all some miss. Yeah, or something undead or something. I never quite figured that one out. And there was never really a sketch that we really wanted to do when we came to the show. We just got out of our makeup and, well, we started smacking each other around, and that also happened to me. Oh, a bit of a mess. Oh, that was a great battle. It was wonderment. Pirate makeup. Oh.
Fake undead makeup. Wonderful. I was on the Cohnirri space story. I was the evil Falvala. I don't know, it kind of didn't make sense, though. It's why the evil Pura guy in the story wanted me and my soul sister on the ship. And yeah, didn't explain that, kind of, at all, really. Yeah, so, I'm sort of nuts in real life. But it's okay, because I'm one of the other the other characters. I'm Penny, of course, in real life. Penny DeLark. Anyway, yeah. Playing off type here. Yeah. I'm the daughter of Foster. Well, Piedmont now, I guess is her name. They keep changing the names around to avoid copyright, but also because, yeah, it's confusing anyway, so, you know. But DeLark, I was adopted by the DeLarks in the fictional adventure series, and I'm from the planet of the Andover and the Miriam. Yeah, so Andoverite, which ties this nicely into Planet of the Fallen Ones and into other stuff later on. But because all of this is done in the 6 years or so since Chimera started, and we're near the 60th anniversary of Star Trek next year, yeah, I'm back, and I'm not invited to any of the Voyager parties, so I reach with the Q lady wasn't invited to a party that didn't happen. Yeah. A party that wasn't. Title drop. Yeah, good title. I like that. Yeah, but we're not at the end, and I'm going to go on to the goofiness of that, being a female, which, what's his name over there, would like. However, I'm not sure if he wants me, because, yeah, weird that way. Well, we'll see. I don't think there's going to be any wanting in this anyway. Not me, anyway.
I'm beautiful. Actually, it's not that I'm a space zombie from outer space. It's what it is you see, it's the makeup, but also I'm like in my late 90s, and yeah, I'm just really old. Yeah, I'm not embalmed. I'm just really ancient, crispy, crunchy, crispy, crispy. I wonder where the queen went. Anyway, yes, I played Nagail Purra, the evil bad guy leader from the other story. Who apparently is not very good at his job. Oh well. Actually, I can't out Shatner myself. The only way I can out Shatner myself is if I have me, and of course, my stunt double, right here. Yeah, me, of course. I'm just that brilliant. Yes. I recall that we appeared in that other Chimera story, that Legacy story, on that convention planet, and I think we made out, yeah, which technically connects us to the other story. Technically, we made out. We kissed each other passionately on the lips, because the only love that I could truly have it is with myself. I can only with myself. Are you saying you want to play with yourself? Don't you do that anyway? Well, that'd be funny. But then Section 34 would contact us and say, there is porn of it, always. However, because this is a PG-13 YouTube show, we can't actually have brazen sex with each other. That would be wrong. Also, we're plastic, and we can't actually disrobe. Just as well. If you're my stunt double, we're exactly alike, so you know what you'd be getting. Oh yes. We both are hung like Arabian horse ponies. Able to satisfy any space. But yes, entirely. And also, hopefully we'll be moving our characters to a set where the backdrop does not completely blend in with our faces, because it's going to be hard to focus on us. And I want to focus on me, because it should be all about me, because I'm brilliant. I think it's hilarious that Calicat went to the convention and did a Shatner impersonation to William Shatner. And he said, I don't need to give up my day job. I don't sound like that. The way he said it is, I don't sound like that. He said, you do now. Yes, we do sound like that. It was so much fun. I also had fun because, of course, we got to meet up with our old buddy who was playing the Spock character. It wasn't Spock, but he was playing him. And, yes, our old buddy. Yes, not James Spader. Not James Spader. Yes, Ponce de Leon returned as Spock, as Leonard Nimoy's dead. So, I did. And you know what? It's not the first time I played a bug. I played a robotic bug griffin bird creature before in one of those Trans Tech stories. I believe it was Space Bridge. I played the Space Bridge, Robotech, Children of the Shadow, I believe it was called. Yes. And I played the bug-bird creature, Hadon the Terrible. Yes, I do like that. And I've played Unicron in Space Bridge. Yes. Because I've sort of got that sexy voice, you see. Space Bridge. I am not in any way Elnor. I'm not even in Gloria, the other guy. I'm not him, Dead Crane. I am not C'est La Vie either. C'est La Vie is someone else. Although apparently I live right near him, like within a mile or two of him, which is bizarre. And sometimes we encounter each other at the supermarket and the toy shows and stuff, which is amusing. I remember this one time we were there, so was Calicat, in the supermarket, and there he was, and I walked up to him, and it was rather funny. And he was like, and Calicat introduced himself and said, "Hi, c'est la vie," from Trek-Core. And I said, "Oh, dear, Ponce de Leon," and c'est la vie, and Trek-Core. And he's like, "Are you Prometheus? You can't be Prometheus. I've met him. You can't be the other guy. Can't be Tupper. I met him. You're not him. You look like him." But no, that's all I know. He's Chimera. I said, "That's Chimera on Trek-Core." No. I was like, oh dear, Chimera, the guy that was on about Mike Gamelt years ago. You know, that guy. Yes. About him pitching to Star Trek when he couldn't possibly have, because nobody pitches to Star Trek post the writer. There was a writer's show, writing contest in the 90s. They stopped all fan pitches as of 2001. So they have not done them since. So somebody claiming they were doing it in 2015 was clearly either lying or delusional. In this case, I would say both. Yes. But since then, stories have inspired some of these. So apparently they reconciled. Yes. Yes. And of course, this story is referencing other stuff. But yes, this is supposed to be sort of like a convention thing, but it's not. Yes. And I digress. But yes, I decided to mention the story where Calicat shows up here. He'll probably reiterate, but that is what I did. I also played Unicron. Yes. I understand that you did it with Galvatron in one episode. Now Tixie did it with Galvatron. How'd you do that? If you're like a planet-sized thing, how'd you get it inside it? Was it like that in that? Was it like in that weird animated movie short from the 70s with Frank Welker in it? Was it like that? And the guy crawls into the giantess's hoo-hoo, disappears into it, and gets fucked, literally. Was it like that? That's what it would have been. Because Galvatron's so much smaller than Unicron, and Unicron's so much bigger, and I'm confused. And of course, Leonard was Galvatron, and that connects it to Star Trek. Oh, Leonard, I miss you, Leonard. But I never actually KS'd with you. We are both straight. However, in Silly Trek, in this realm, we are whatever we want to be. Oh my. Because KS started it all. It's the KS era, which started the Section 34, the Starfleet Charter, that says there's porn of it. Always. If it exists, there is porn. This is not, however, porn. Some of the main characters are rather dubious and think that there's going to be porn in this. But no, we are plastic action figures. The most we can possibly do is maybe lie down on top of each other with our clothes on. That's not exactly sex. And why you feel you have to explain yourself there? Not sure why. But very well. Since I'm sort of the evil Kirk. Should probably transport to that other set. Sometime soon. And you can find Cal Hazel as well. Maybe you can, get with him. Or not. Because as you said, you can't show that. They're plastic. Oh my. I don't even swing that way. Oh my. Masu.
I would snarkily say, is that all what you boys think about? Sex all the time? But, considering that's what I do too, I'm okay with it. Yeah. I don't get out much. Oh well. Oh dear. This is very, very odd. I am one of the aliens as well. And here I am. I'm one of the aliens from the Cohnirri space. I was one of the evil witch ladies, Tornak's Favala bosses. Yeah, she was the Favala, and it was like the Tornak, I think. Yeah, anyway, so there was another one too. There was like a Tornak Favala that was a Crusher, but more of a Troy. Yeah, so I'm here as well. And for some reason, the horny Thompson guy over there is not interested in either of us.
I don't do zombie girls because it's like fucking a corpse with the lights off. Even with the lights off. So I don't do that. That dude thinks he's in a Beavis and Butthead cartoon. There's something wrong with him. But then again, there's something wrong with all of us. How about we adjourn to the planet for an away team or something? Go find out what's going on here. Maybe there's girls there. And they're not as weird as me. Oh, then they probably wouldn't want me. Okay, I'm gonna go find it. What in the hell is wrong with you, Mr. Thompson? You seem ridiculously over the top and hyper. And yes, I did not answer the question about whether I, fucked Megatron or whatever. It was a joke. Yeah. I did not. I did not have sex with Galvatron. That's not physically possible. Yes, it would be like putting in not just a hot dog down a hallway, but an ant down a hallway. He would not have felt it. As Unicron, I would not have felt it. That's messed up. Let's prepare to beam down. Good idea. The background's going to make it very difficult to be in focus. So you're going to go to the other set. Oh my god, I do sound like that. Why did I get all clipped when I did the movies? What was I thinking? Was I trying to enunciate better or something? I was a Shakespearean trained actor like Patrick Stewart. What was I doing? It's like that time at the funeral for the Cal Hazel Calicat guy's father in 2009. It was Brian's story and Calicat or Brown and Yeager Mark's Cards, and the three of them imitated me for a full 6 minutes, and causing Mrs. Story to remark, "Oh God, no! Stop!" or something to that effect. What have I done? What have you done? You've had them all encounter each other. It's all your fault for encouraging them, you bastard. But William Shatner, why not encourage them? After all, the other matriarch of the cast, there's Victoria present. She had a Shatner thing too going on. Yeah. Of course, everyone was in love with me. Oh my. The irony is that the parents never met Kirk at a convention, but Calcat did. Yes. They met Patrick Stewart. They met Patrick Stewart, and they discovered his secret. They discovered it right away. It was rather amusing, his Patrick Stewart secret. Ah, yes. What was Patrick Stewart's secret again? Patrick Stewart's secret is not a lot exciting. You see, he's not 5'10". Not even in his socks. Cal Hazel, at the time, had stopped growing. He was like early 20s, I would say. And he was there at the convention. He met Patrick Stewart and shook his hand. And Patrick Stewart was probably about 50, and he came up to roughly Cal Hazel's, like the top of his head was up to his eye line, roughly. So they make him about 5'7", maybe 5'8". Same height as Mark Cards, which is hilarious. He's 5'8". Yeah. I'm not that tall. But that Jonathan Frakes fellow is very tall. And Michael Dorn, very tall. And the late Tony Todd was very, 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 very tall. And here they saw him too. Yeah. And Ron Perlman and Tony Todd. Very, very tall men. Very, very, very tall men. Tony Todd will be missed. He was all sorts of interesting characters. Very friendly. Big, gigantic, friendly guy. Big, friendly giant. BFG. But unfortunately, that BFG movie, which didn't have him in it, I don't think, the marketing for that was terrible. So no one got it, and no one went to see it, except for Calcat. Yeah, because they needed to call it the Big Friendly Giant, because no one's going to know what that is. A tangent for all of you.
Gotta be beamed down now. Yeah, I want to beam down. Yeah, beam down. Yeah, want to beam down.
It's like Beavis and Butthead rolled into one. All right, going to beam down. Prepare the transport room to beam us down to the planet. But first, before we do, let it be known that 31 years ago, when my character died in Star Trek stupidly on that bridge of the planet, I should have died heroically on the bridge of the Enterprise, because that would have been cooler, but they didn't do that. Yes, I must address this now before we beam down, because I could address it later, but I must address it now. You know how it is. I must address it now. Yes, Generations was rather lame that way. Nexus ribbon, just so we can, like, encounter stuff. Picard seeing Christmas for no reason and having a family, even though he didn't really want one. Yeah, that didn't make any sense. And then they encounter me. Yeah, are you or me? One of us. But yes, the Otoy people apparently tried to fix that with the memory wall story. It almost worked, but not quite, because it wasn't Silly Track. It was just inspired by Silly Track, very obviously. But yes, Kirk should have died in command of a starship. Fact. Maybe the movie shouldn't have happened at all, if you think about it. Why would Picard go to visit Kirk in the Nexus and not go back to before the Nexus even started and just simply arrest Soren before he activates the bomb? And thus, none of the story even happens, because he just goes, oh, he's an evil scientist on the planet. I'll go back to the space station. Mr. Worf, arrest him. Yes, put him in jail and stop him from arming the rocket. Rocket to blow up a star. Yeah, another space MacGuffin weapon device thing used in a story that makes no sense doing that. But then again, they probably thought they were going to bring me back and never did. Like they did for Data, but then they brought him back in the later Picard show. Yeah. I wasn't there for that. Although I did show up at the anniversary of Next Generation. That's weird. Even though I wasn't Patrick Stewart at that point. What was that, 2017 or so? Yeah, I showed up at 2017 at the convention. Calcat was there. Yes. So that was odd. And I guess Savick in the Otoy story was supposed to have a son that was Spock from the other timeline. That other Vulcan guy standing there. They didn't explain it. It was all like pantomime. Strange little clip show. They got another actor to play me. They didn't just have him have lines because they CG'd him or something. It was pretty odd. But yes, and they rescued the Ventura, quote-unquote, Enterprise earlier. And then in Picard, they rescued it later, but earlier. So, well, that was probably just either a universal fluke of some kind, or just a mistake. We'll chalk it up to the multiverse, though. Why don't we do that? Please, Jim, you are rambling incessantly. We should beam down to the planet. It would be most logical. Yes. I am channeling Mr. Spock as well. I technically would be Savik's kid then, wouldn't I? It'd be kind of weird, but yes. They doinked on the Genesis planet, which doesn't make any sense either, that the Genesis planet would do that and not make him unstable as well. Make him just like broken and accelerated aging all the way to the end of his life, like in minutes. Yeah, it doesn't match up at all, really. And yet, it was a universe-destroying device weapon. And again, they need to stop doing that in Star Trek stories. They really do. Most notably, they did something similar in that Planet Locarno episode of Lower Decks. Because they were like, the silly Trek guys are wrong. Locarno is totally dead. We're bringing him back and going to do that. Ha! See? Well, actually. Then they retconned it a little bit in the final season and decided, it's a multiverse, and the 5th season is really part of the multiverse. Another season where they are alive, and it didn't happen that way. You can have the Locarno season cement story. You can do whatever. It is imperative.
Beam down the planet.
He's losing his marbles. We must go. But let it known that at one point I appeared on Steele's wild ride and petted his dog. Just thought I'd throw that in there. Or was that you? I don't know. It's often mixed up because we're in the multiverse. Multiverse. Psst. Multiverse. That's why there were 2 Purras in the story. 2 Purras. One was killed. Well, I guess we were both killed. We blew up when the ship exploded. And yes, this isn't actually zombie makeup. It's just that I look like this because I'm really crunchy. Really crunchy. Now, normally, if this was an actual Red Letter Media story, and it's not really, we would be cracking jokes about Rich having space diabetes. But in this case, we can't do that joke because it just wouldn't be funny here. That's why. It just wouldn't be amusing. So we're not going to do that at all. In fact, we're going to beam down to the planet in a short time. But we need to be asked a few questions first. Yeah, like, why wasn't I introduced until later on? I was around, and then sort of the Thad Riker character. But then I was around, and then it was the other guy. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And now this guy. And now I'm Jay, and I'm right here, and we're all here, and yeah, I'm here. Jay, you just weren't pretty enough. That's what it was. You weren't pretty enough. Pretty ugly. I was Dick the birthday boy, of course. All the kids these days think Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie and the video game, were a first. But no, it wasn't. It was Chuck E. Cheese and Showbiz Pizza. They had the animatronics first. That's what Five Nights at Freddy's is a spoof of. It's a spoof of Chuck E. Cheese and Showbiz Pizza. I was there. I was Dick the birthday boy at the Chuck E. Cheese. And he was a rat. He was a rat costume. They said it was a mouse, but no, it was a rat with a cigar. That's right, Rich. It was a rat with a cigar. That's rather amusing. Yeah. What's funny is on our other show we have we used to have a video store, Lightning Fast Video, and we were a video store in Milwaukee, and and it went under, so we had all the props and costumes and everything. So we're here on this Cal Cat thing because he imagined that we should be here, and so we are. We're not actually here. We're being played by the Cal Cat actors, of course. Yeah. If we were actually in an episode of his show and he was in ours, that would be really meta. And I think we should do that someday. Yeah, we know he desperately wants to be in our show, but we're like no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to have. I mean, it would have to be under extreme circumstances. We hire on Cat and Cards to come into Milwaukee somehow and do a best of the worst of their favorite movie, The Milpitas Monster, because that would just be, it would be more like a review, I think. That movie's not that bad, and that's why we wouldn't do it. And they keep commenting, do the Milpitas Monster, do the Milpitas Monster. We don't want to do that one. It's not that bad. And just have your friends in it, whatever, your family members. Hello, I'm from Vanguard Space. I'm apparently going to be one of the characters on Vanguard Space. And although I resemble Avery Brooks Cisco, and I'm now talking to all of you, which is interesting, I'm actually closer to Cyril Loftone in age, which is funny. Yes. Or maybe I'm even younger than that. I don't know what my character's supposed to be. Anyway, I'll figure it out later. Perhaps we should go down to that planet and find out what's going on with that Q lady. I'm sure it's a lady Q. Well, I'm not sure. I'm just guessing. But of course, have Starcracker Vanguard people appear on occasion here, because it was called Starcrackers at one point. And when they filmed the original show, there was a scene in which I was supposed to jump out of a closet and fly across the room. They did it completely wrong. Of course, they also filmed the floor, so yes. But being in it now, I get it. And what's interesting is I played Captain Estrogen. Now I am cast as Raxler, the 3rd Zuri Garrison. And what is amusing is you'd think that my character would be played by somebody like Fruitcake Guy, or Fred Sizebass is real name, or he'd be played by Silly Kelly or Morton Roadkill. But no, he's not either of those guys. Clint Cowpoke. Well, the dubbing makes him sound a little like he's Morton Roadkill, but no, Morton Roadkill is more Thompson than me. And you can tell because if you watch the Starcracker story, Raxler and Sodre in the story are Cal Cat and Tim in his prime, Tim Cantrell, and Brown and Cantrell. So there's Cowpoke. It's Cowpoke and Tim. And my character can't be as over the top as Clark. See, in order to be a foil for the other guy in the scene, he has to be more, realistic. Clark is not. Clark is bizarre. He's like If the other show, if Cohnirri Space is a spoof of Discovery, which it kind of is, then Starcracker's Space Vanguards is a reverse spoof of Lower Decks, really, with Boimler's the captain. Kind of, but yeah, sort of, kind of. But maybe he's more like Dowell from Prodigy. So we shall see, won't we? So yeah, my character is not actually Clint Cowpoke then, is he? It's Billy Allen. Oh shit. Then this one. So yeah, the Billy Allen character. See, there are two weirdos, and listed in the credits. I'll explain that. So listed in the credits, Billy Allen, but not Werewolf Fuzzyface. Well, it's the same guy. It's the same guy. Yeah. So he is in the credits. See, back in the day, there was Creech and Crotch, Silly Kelly, and me. We were sort of like Bill and Ted from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. That's what we were like. I would be the brown guy, the brown haired guy. Yeah, and he'd be the blonde. We also like Wayne's World, which came later. They ripped this off. Wayne's World is clearly a spoof of Bill and Ted, but without time travel. Yeah, so Creech and Crotch. Hobie Scratchkins as well, one of our failed characters. And yeah, he kind of is that. And Hobie Scratchkins kind of comes back as the other as the Lion Star and a number of other people. So yeah, I'm okay with that. So we were the two weirdos, and that predates Beavis and Butthead by a few years. And Beavis and Butthead came out, and they're like, oh, the two weirdos are Beavis and Butthead. But they're not. The only way that would work is if Calicat or Kelly and Jim Tacon were the movie, because Jim Tacon is Beavis and Butthead, like Mike Judge character. So different weirdos. They did that joke. They did an interview, Jim Buffkin interview, but on location 2014, I believe. And in the interview, they did a Beavis and Butthead imitation, and it was scary. Beavis. Ever since that Martin Roadkill, sounds a little like me, Martin Roadkill, he has been, doing the voice of the Buffkin character, because he's not around since 2017. That is the story. Just thought I would tell you that. We're going to play Ratzler. Sort of a gravelly, angry Ratzler. I'm not sure how the voice is. It's probably going to sound like that a little bit. So it's not quite like this. It's not quite Frank Welker. Well, not quite Frank Welker. Who told me one time at a convention, well, kid, not out of a job yet. My God, you're very, very annoying. You know that? You're even more annoying playing it straight. Oh. Well, I've seen worse, though. Well, we've all seen worse. Well, that's our shtick. We've all seen worse. There's no Milwaukee Brew around here either. Shit-faced. I don't even think they do any alcohol in this show. That's the irony, is these guys aren't stoned. They're just weird. You're like, I don't really think it would help if they were stoned. They would just be wrong somehow. Yeah. Should we beam down to the planet and have some fun again? I like that I look like a grizzled version of Space Cop. A cop from the future. Do the voice. Do the voice. Do the voice. Do the voice. Or, yeah. Summarize section 31 in one sentence and do the voice. The voice. I've wondered, though, why haven't you ever done a full review of the entire series of Prodigy and Lower Decks and Discovery, and why you haven't done those? Because you probably should. Yeah, the fans all want it. You should do it. And also, why didn't you do? Why didn't you guys ever do? Why didn't you ever do? We never. I know why we never did Warcraft, because we liked it, but in this case, you hated it. So why did we do it? I don't know why we never did it. Well, sir, the thing is, we liked Warcraft, so we didn't want to make fun of it. It wasn't dumb enough to make fun of. It's like a Neil Breen movie or something. So, funny thing is, Lower Decks and Prodigy is like hitting low below the belt. They're for kids. So it's like, well, except for that orgy episode, that was not for kids. I don't want to see Bad Boy Mush Dingling. That's okay. So there were some adult themes in there, but yeah, it was primarily not for us, so we didn't do it. Also, Prodigy, well, we liked it, so we didn't want to do that one. As for Section 31, it would have made a decent Sci-Fi Channel like schlock movie, but it wasn't really dumb enough to be awful. It wasn't on the level of Rebel Moon, which was really, really bad. We didn't want to get on the bandwagon a lot. I mean, it was really bad, but it was pretty bad. It was just not really, really bad. It's kind of like a Corman-esque kind of thing. That should not be the direction Star Trek goes. Dark, gritty. Let's blow up another device that doesn't actually do anything. It's supposed to be galaxy ending. Yeah, let's do that, because that's what the fans want. Let's have another Khan in it, but she's an evil lady and she eats eyeballs and stuff. Yeah, let's do that. And even though, yeah, I'm sure the fan dorks will go out there and explain, this is supposed to be so-and-so from the other timeline that came through, and there's time travel, and the guy that's 100 years old, but he's somehow young, and they didn't explain that, and the bomb didn't blow up at the end, and they didn't explain that. Yeah, so, they should just, they should probably do what the haters want them to do and fire Alex Kurtzman. Just do it. Just fire him right now. Just fire him. No more Alex Kurtzman. Get rid of him. And hire us instead. Yeah. Yeah, like that happened. Wow. Wow. Yeah, we liked Warcraft. That's why we didn't review it. Yeah, we liked that movie. We also liked the Dungeons and Dragons remake. So we didn't review it. We usually don't review movies we liked. Yes. Yes. Another thing Calcat often mentions in our comments, why aren't the girls back from 10 years ago? Well, we just haven't done that. Although your idea is very funny. We should do an episode of the, what was it? It wasn't the Plinketto one. It was going to the Black Spine. We should, the Django ones. With Junko. We should do a Junko episode where it's just the girls. They come back, don't explain it, and they will go over the Junko, do the thing with the Junko, and then they get to the end, and they're like, hey, we're just the girls, and we're reviewing the movie. The guys aren't even in it. That would be funny. We should just do that. We really, really need to do that. That would be great. But yeah, they aren't around no more so much. Well, one of them was my girlfriend. The other one was Rich's girlfriend. So that'd be our exes. That'd be unlikely to happen. Just saying. Although granted, if you look at the film credits of Noiseland that does music videos of our stuff, one of them is the girl. One of them is the ex. She's doing the music videos. So she's there. The redheaded one. Yeah, it's her. Well, that is hers. Oh, yeah, that is hers. Yeah. The one that was like, Poopy Pants. The Thunderpants video girl. Yeah, that girl. It's Thunderpants, yeah. My ex-girlfriend and my nephew don't want to hang around with me anymore. I'm too weird. Nothing happened, but I'm just too weird. Your nephew? I didn't say that, right? Yeah. You married your sister, Rich. No. What the fuck is wrong with you, Rich? The hell is wrong with you, Rich? You didn't marry your sister. It was your sister. And the other girl was your sister. Are you talking about the third one? You just had a brain fart, right? Because, yeah, we should beam down to the planet before we start duking it out on this bridge of this weird ship. I'm running around on the Vanguard sets.
Let us beam down to the planet. Let us beam down to the planet. And be done with it. And no, I'm not one of those girls from that other timeline. That would be really strange. I'm one of the others. I believe that, we were twins. Chris and Libby were twins. Yes. Chris is dead, incident. Libby. Libby Clenna. Hello. Chris is dead. Libby Clenna. Yeah. I've been playing the other one, which kind of works. Twins. Yeah. So, here I am. Yeah. So, yeah, and my other twin is the one from the other show. There's two of us. We'll show up together, and you'll see. We were Girl 1 and Girl 2, and a number of other people. We were the Clan twins in the story. This is the bridge of the ship. I believe I'm playing the reimagined version of Mr. Carrigan. Yeah, because apparently there came to be a real person with that name in reality, and we did not want to confuse them. So Carrigan is his name. Her name. Carrigan. Cadet Carrigan. Yeah, even though it totally was a coincidence. Starcrackers, the characters went back to that time period. The 90s, 92, 93, and then they said, okay, it's a Jim Carrey reference from Jim Carrey, the comedian, but it's not really spelled that way. And then it was a reference to... Then it was a reference to, I guess, other people, and then Star Trek Voyager made a Lieutenant Carey. That's not a reference to anything, and he was the Starcracker's character on Voyager. So clearly the Star Trek people were like, oh yeah, we're totally aware of this Calicat and Mark's cards, or Brown and Yeager at the time, and we're just cribbing their stuff as characters on our show. Like literally, like naming them that. It's not the first time, either. The Terrellians. The name of the Terrellians has been used. 7 different alien races are Terrellians on the show, and every time, either Calicat or Mark's cards thought of that as an alien name before Star Trek did, including the first ever time the Terrellian plague ship from the season where Denise Crosby's character Yar was in that one, from the first season. Even there, the Terrellians were at the used as an alien race in the role-playing game at the high school at Pine Hill in 1986 and early 87. 6 months later, they're on Next Generation. That's just okay in October, November. So. Something weird going on there. I don't know about that. Yeah. So it's the other way around in this case. It's like, okay, there's other people with that last name. It's not them. This is an alien group. It's more after the Voyager character then, I say, the Voyager character. But Kirigen, we say. It's not a reference to anyone current. It's a coincidence, so we have to change the name. So, yeah, like the Terrellians got changed too. That's the story of why this character is not going to be called that. Thank you.
Wow. Okay then. Okay then. Libby. Yeah, that was one of the girls, wasn't it? Libby. Okay then, Libby. Libby. Did they make that joke? I think they did. The Libyan. Yeah, because Back to the Future, I know the reference. Don't need to explain that.
You really want me to explain that, don't you? All right, Rich, I will explain it. Another explanation for something long-winded. All right, so Back to the Future, the first movie, 1985. The Libyans were the terrorist group that attacked Doc Brown in the time travel scene, and then later on. So, well, on the Silly Trek Starship Locations, as what was called Starship Locations later, it's called Silly Trek role-playing game at the high school in San Jose, in Pine Hill, in 87, 88. There was an episode where they were spoofing the Wrath of Khan, and it sort of evolved into Starcrackers, actually, kind of did. Everybody seems to spoof the Wrath of Khan. Everybody does. And they shouldn't. That's what they should. Anyway, so the Libyan. The original story was not a holodeck creation. The original story was not Q, even though the newer version says that it was. The original story was that my character, Libby, goes crazy and becomes a gun-toting mercenary named the Libyan. Runs around the school, torturing everybody, killing them. That's not going to sell well after Columbine, but this was in 1987, not 1997. So we're good. Making jokes about a kid going to the gun store down the street in Foxworthy, getting a bunch of weapons, trying to shoot everybody. That's what the original Libyan was. She was totally evil, psychotic, going to kill everybody. That was the original story. Now, the storybook version, of course, rewritten later on, we had to change that, obviously. Even when we aired the episode, we had to change that. Made it, oh, it's not really Libby, it's Khan. Khan shows up. Even in 88, we changed that. As to avoid any legal problems, and going to the counselor repeatedly, because I'm sure that happened anyway. It certainly did for me, and Chris. But yes, so we had to, Libby. I'm actually like in my 50s now. Oh, goodness. I'm playing somebody that's roughly the same age as Miriam. I don't know. I guess I'm a little younger than Miriam. Maybe the same age, roughly. Anyways, I'm a little younger than Miriam, I think. Anyway, I'm from Foster's age. Yeah, I'm Ariana's age. Anyway, that doesn't matter. But my character obviously was not a gun-toting mercenary. So in the later stories, when they did the storybooks and stuff, apparently I was a consultant on the storybooks on Starship locations. Later on, we encountered the cast and crew in the 90s and the 2000s. And, yeah, so I was a contributor in the 2003 to 5 era of Chimera. I was a Libby, the big Libby player. And I was a contributor on the show. So they're all, they kind of based the Penny character on me a little bit. But actually it should be Jane, who is technically Jolie Jameson. And she's also in Bluesen. So, okay, she dies in Bluesen. So, but yeah, so they based us on that. And that version of Libyan, they changed the story around so that there were several iterations. And that one, it was Kirk's crew and Picard's crew go back in time and meet each other at Pine Hill in two varying timelines colliding because of Q, and also time travel. And then we get to see the original Enterprise flying over the school, the Next Generation Enterprise 2. They take the kids up to the Enterprise D, the holodeck, and Q then conjures a twin of us, of me and Chris, and twin of us, as the Libyan. And she goes back down to the planet, and she causes trouble in 1988. It's not me, it's my holographic doppelganger, who goes down, and he does the trouble, causing the timeline to fracture. In a later story, it was rewritten as the Borg First Contact, 1996. Well, that was the Borg. There was a Borg one, too. There's a Borg one as well, so it's a divergent timeline. There's a Borg one where the Borg go back to that time period to try to stop First Contact with the children at Pine Hill. That story is First Contact with children at Pine Hill. That's what's going on. Just thought I'd let you know. And in that case, you and the Kirk and Picard meeting for the first time in 1988 instead of in 1994 with the Next Generation movie. Yeah, 1988. They met the kids at Pine Hill. Thus explaining how they all knew, because Kirk's crew then would have been aware of Silly Trek before Picard was. And Kirk's crew would have gone to Paramount and told them, here's all the stuff these children are thinking of. Here's a connection to them. Do this and make the Next Generation happen. Thus, all the Berman era is just the result of Shatner and crew having intervened on all of us. And that is Starship Locations. How'd it do?
That is surprisingly accurate. And strange. Not that I mind. I like strange. I was from the 90s period. I was Captain Estrogen from the Starship Locations in 1990. I can confirm that First Contact story. I was in that. I totally confirmed those stories. I was there, all that stuff. I was on the PL side, Picard LaForge. But yeah, we were around then. We did that in the 90s. You came back later, though. You were led in the 90s, and then you came back 10 years later on the internet. You were in there. Yeah, that's so weird that all that connected like that. These guys should be writing for Star Trek right now. They should just fire Kurtzman and Rishi and all those guys and say, okay, cat and cards, come in here, we'll pay you certain figures to be the showrunners, unlike the Gamelt character who lied. You be the showrunners of the next Star Trek show. Call it Star Trek Legacy. We'll bring back some of the original crew from the Next Generation period in DS9. And we'll make a show with you guys. And you're the showrunners. Make it light and colorful and airy and exciting and bold and fresh and new. Well, we're hoping that it'll reverse and some of it will rub off on us if it's optimistic. Yeah.
Weren't you Hollybrick in the Fictional Adventures? I think you were. Or was that the other guy?
Yeah, I played Hollybrick as well, but now I'm in green face makeup. I think there might be another of me out there too, but yeah, it was always Hollybrick. Hollybrick was inspired not by Cal Hazel, because he wasn't that buffed. He was more of a swimmer's build. He was inspired by Chris Salmons and Arturo Lopez, who you know of, I'm sure, from the original Pine Hill. And yes, and it makes sense that the other version of me played as Cervantes and also a Cassins, because that does make sense, because he's Arturo, basically. So that makes sense. Yeah, I hope we'll run into him on the planet. We should beam down and go visit him.
That would be amusing. And to see my soul sister again. That also would be amusing. A Silly Trek recreates us. Yes. So once the internet happened, the cast got back together and hung around. And they were via the internet. The odd thing is, though, this Rumbly character that's behind the Q thing here doesn't like to go on the internet and the social media, and therefore doesn't encounter us, where she totally could. And and she wouldn't be as flustered about the other people because she would directly know us all the time and could hang out. That'd be so cool. But I think she's afraid that it's a shipping story and it turning into a romance or something, and it really isn't. Maybe she didn't care for the kissing scene. But that was funny, though. They were all jokes. They were plastic.
Al, don't expect me to kiss you. You sound crazy. I ain't gonna do that.
I have called you all here to be part of my party I didn't get invited to. Of course, in real life, I wouldn't be that pretentious. But here I am. Because I figured, why not? Make it a hilarious joke reference to myself as being incredibly narcissistic. Wow, if I'm not careful, I'm going to conjure the queen from that other universe. I better not do that. This origin is really weird. I've conjured these aliens. I don't even know what they are.
What are we doing here? Are you one of those Q things? I guess that'd be weird. I didn't think the Q things came in hot girl kind. Ha ha ha. Huh.
You actually think I'm hot? Okay, then. I'm kind of amazed you think I'm hot. Oh, well, you're not hot.
You sound like my ex-girlfriend. Or worse, her sister. Ugh.
You married your sister? That's twisted.
I did not. No. I didn't do that. That'd be weird. Well, damn. This here planet is weird. We on some kind of ship now. I'm getting more stereotypical by the minute. And more hot and bothered. Certain parts of me are perky right now. Why, I can almost consider the glorious song of Mr. Peoples. Please, honey, don't burst out into song. Don't do it. Don't burst out into song. You're my brother, sister. You like this song. Bum, bum, bum. Hey, Mr. Peoples, Randy Mr. Peoples, got the biggest in down. Bum, bum. That one? That's the one.
Go away. Please go away. You're not even remotely similar to the characters on that Brazil trip that I imagined into existence. Like the song Brazil, but like the trip Brazil. Cal Hazel kind of messed it up and made it about him, but made me a proxy for him, which was kind of weird. And then, he didn't get any of the details right because he excluded my sister and half the cast. Didn't mention them by name, changed the names around. I wanted it to be just about me ranting and blogging about myself, but he changed it into being about him, so I didn't like that. I mean, I wasn't that averse to it, but I was on to other things. But he thought I was still talking about that. But I was talking about getting the slides from the Brazil trap. Anyway, I want you two to go away. Because I don't have any use for any of you talking about some dude's pecker. Yeah, and we're not going to see that. So it's disappointing, if anything.
Well, Mr. Peoples was a legend of the TMS and Marshall Sportiest people. He had the biggest yank in 3 counties. And he also was a badass. So that's it. Yeah, he was a badass. And he had a big dick. So yeah, he had a big schlong. And that's why we all worship him on our planet of Far Out. But in the other timeline, he was horribly mutilated. But then Shadow Dancer came along and put his penis back on. Yeah, so he ain't horribly mutilated no more. His voice suddenly got all low again. And he was normal after that.
Is that a meta reference to the time we went to that planet Flodai in that other universe? You two really need to go away. Of course, the only reason she all stuck up about it, is I was on a trip. If I was there, I would have smack-a-dack-a-doo them girls for knocking smack to her. I would have smacked him upside the head. Really? I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to smack them upside their head. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with me? You're straight tripping, honey. You got to tell people what they in their place, that's all. I'm getting more cheesy by the minute. I should probably go too.
They should all go cheesy in the night. But yeah, the Q lady, she's kind of cute, kind of chunky, but cute. Yeah, but being played by a skinnier lady, which is kind of weird.
Action figure problems. She probably built more like me. Oh well. Anyway, Ooh, and also, the fact that my makeup appears to be coming off in cheeks. Because I used to be one of the aliens. I was one of those tyrannic creatures or whatever. From the Letamax things. From Destiny's. Cohnirri Space or whatever. Damn, I don't even remember what I was on. But I was in that. I was on an alien. I was the Tornak? With Mistress of Kaidna? That's it. Mistress of Kaidna. Yeah, you understand. I do not care. Now go away.
I didn't do anything. Don't make me go away.
Very well. I will leave you around for comedic effect. No, on second thought, you can go away too. Yeah, this is getting a little long in the tooth. Well, they're all gone, so, yeah, I wonder if there's anything weird on the viewer. I want my party to have as many guests as possible. I conjured most of you, but don't know why. There's so many copies of this Mahoney guy here. Ura, what the deal with that? So many Mahonies. Well, also Boimlers and Brads. You need to explain yourselves. And why you're here.
Aye, lassie, you conjured us here, that's why. I don't know where this place is, but it's really silly. I think we've been to my backstory with that other character mentioning that. Yeah, and it got all convoluted on the new show, and they had to retcon out the whole Lower Decks continuity. All you had to do with that was really just say, Lower Decks is a different timeline. That's all you had to do. And in this timeline, I have a different story, and I come from that Cardassian prison planet they found. And was a Federation citizen, and then later joined Starfleet and all that. Well, that's all you need. And you didn't need any convoluted stuff like that. Right. Well, even though I am the action figure, that would be the other guy. I'm right here though, and I guess sort of I'm Boimler or the other Boimler, whatever. And also him. I'm going to be on that new one called Vanguards, and I'm all dressed up like that because I'm going to watch that show over there and be that on that show. But I'm not going to play him, ironically enough. The girl is going to play him, and I'm going to play the Doctor guy. I think I'm Lancaster. I can't say too much about the new show because it's new. Yeah, this doesn't give away anything at all. It's a ship, Starship. I wish I was, I'm the Klingon guy. I came back here. I really wish I was back with Tabby and I could just be with Tabby again because she was cute. I need her again. I realize it's probably ridiculous and cannot happen, but she's come back again. Then I can be with her. It would be touching and wonderful. And although I don't like cute, it would be cute. Well, sometimes I can be sentimental about such things. We don't need the other guy over there, so...
What in the heck just happened? Where am I? What ship is this? I don't know. I conjured you here, but I don't really know where we are. I'm Amanda, Rumbly. You remember me? From the space missions? Legacy? All that. And I do. I suddenly had a hankering for margarita pizza. Yeah, reference to that convention with me in it. Yeah. Actually, I kind of do look like the actress like this. About the same age, I guess, I reckon. Be like if I was quite a bit older. Kind of weird. But yeah, I'm the Doctor. I'm not a proxy for the Queen Bee. I'm not. Not at all. I was more of a proxy for the Chimera Doctor. And, of course, under the Chimera Doctor, here. Apparently has just reappeared.
Yes, I'm no longer dead. Come back to you.
They originally could call you Yunsol, but then discovered that was a Korean pop group. So they were like, no, you can't be Yunsol. You've got to be Orange Claw instead. See, they redid your makeup quite well.
I feel quite frisky. But I was not rejuvenated by cheap imitation snake oil vitamin products at all. It's just makeup. Yes. You might even say the backstory of this character is a little convoluted, and I could be the child of Kern and the nephew of Worf. Yeah. But yeah, well, that would be kind of silly. So probably not. But in this timeline, who knows? Kind of cool though, if I was. At least, I could wish it, I guess. And then what happened? Yeah.
So you could wish for anything to happen, like anything at all, and couldn't conjuring me up again. And all you can think about is being rejuvenated by Borath or something, Klingon, whatever it is. How very, very astute of you.
But I am as the cowpoke is to the red herself. Yes, you were never meant to be. As the cowpoke guy, you were never meant to be Miriam Follett. You clearly are not. You're clearly older. Clearly meant to be Angie Bluesen all along. The woman that got away.
And I hope this isn't some kind of stupid dream, because it really pissed me off.
It is not a dream. Shall we hurl heavy objects at one another, and duck a lot, or read poetry to each other?
I was thinking something more along the lines of, let's shag like rabbits, right now, or like horny targs or something.
Very well. Let us shag like rabbits, or horny targs.
Well, they can have their fun somewhere else. I'll conjure them away. Back from the dead or something, or some kind of anomaly, or some goofy thing. Sure, why not? Well, thanks for restoring me, Rumbly. I guess, if you're the one that did it. It's Sillian space. It does that kind of thing. Besides, you got to star in that Cohnirri space story. You were one of the characters in that. So, there you go. Have fun. It's Valentine's Day. And it's GG Day. Ha ha ha.
My presumed deceased wife. Oh no. You live. You've been pulled out of the anomaly. But isn't that going to affect the timeline of Discovery and mess that up? So you're not actually the lady from that other timeline and it's all screwed up and everything?
Don't tell me you found somebody else already. I mean, story-wise, it's been 6 years, but you ain't gonna find anybody like me.
No, but my space uncle was here a minute ago. Wait, where did he go? I was just, hoping maybe he could help me score new girlfriends and stuff. Yes. Not that I would care. Since you're back and everything, yeah. Unfortunately, we had to sell all the possessions and everything, so yeah, maybe you could go back in time to earlier and just not die this time, because it's Star Trek. You can totally do that. Yes.
The timeline should not be adversely affected by my return. However, I can tell that you do not have a new girlfriend. I can see right through you. Well, not literally. See through you. That'd be silly. Be like if, like an invisible girl or something. As Kyle Hill on his Science Channel pointed out, an invisibility ability would be kind of stupid. Because the minute you went invisible, the light from the sun would no longer hit the back of your retinas, and you'd go completely blind, and you'd be staggering around in the dark.
Invisibility would be stupid. Unless you found a way to put some kind of a barrier around yourself, so that you were in an invisibility cloak or shield, so that you could see through the shield with sensors and stuff. That makes sense. But yes, that would be really dumb. Anyway, yes, we often went on about stuff like that back then. So, won't this affect the timeline? I mean, do you think?
I don't think so. I was in Cohnirri space as one of the aliens. So, should be alright.
You were one of the aliens. Yes, I haven't gotten around to watching that yet, strangely enough. I hear that my uncle plays a cat in that, in Klingon cat. Turns out it was just A air in playing a different character.
It'd be kind of silly if right now we didn't tongue each other fully deep. You don't have any kids now, do you?
No, I don't have children. How did you escape from that anomaly? You know, I don't know. But I reckon it kept a piece of itself in there like a nexus, so the timeline has not changed.
In the future, they'll find me in there as one of the preservers. Yeah. And I kind of look like Uhura, so it's okay. Because intentionally, they did intend for that to be Michelle Nicole's playing that character. But she died, so they couldn't cast her. So they got somebody else that looked kind of like her. This totally was Uhura. That's who it was supposed to be. So I was correcting the timeline. Anyway, if you don't kiss me right now, you can forget it.
Very well, Counselor. I will kiss you. I think you're a black Beta Z Klingon chick, so... at heart, at least. Yes, I think you're a Betazoid. So kiss me, my darling. Let us tongue one another and make up for 6 years of absence. So I think it was about 6 years.
Well, it feels to me only like about a year, but okay. Very well. So this is 2413 now? Damn. My how time flies. Did they just age everybody up so they wouldn't get in trouble with them younger cast members on the bridge?
Yes. Yes, that is what happened. Yeah.
But they still in their 20s now. It's 2025. Come on now. This don't make no sense. Why didn't they just kick that creepy Leon star off the bridge and get on with it?
I do not know that. But I wish to... Yes. Ooh.
Section 34 doesn't learn about... Oh, Section 34 doesn't learn about this. Hello. I'll conjure them away.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, no. Now, we've been at this for some time. Yeah, it's almost time to figure out the mystery of what's going on here. And therefore, I guess it's a mush, multi-user shared hallucination. But also, it's an episode of the Chimera series taking place in a strange galactic crossroads. Where I'm still alive, so are the other characters.
Yeah, well, my character didn't die in Lord X. There's 2 versions of me running around, so why can't there be 2 versions of you? That's fine. Sure, why not? Why can't there be 3 or 4 versions of all of us? It's a silly track. It's whatever it needs to be. Whatever it is. Yeah, wherever you go, there you are. Buckaroo Banzai. Yeah, so. Yeah. It's, nice of us, the Vanguard's people, to let us use their sets before they start filming.
Also nice of them to spring for repaints of our makeup. I actually don't look ridiculous like a half-brain or something anymore. I'm green and beautiful again. And why not have the lower decks and the Prodigy people meet again? The Star Trek that actually works in this era of Kurtzman and crew. Well, the Stranger Worlds kind of does too, and parts of Picard kind of do. But it's kind of, but sometimes. Yes, Star Trek needs to be optimistic and interesting again. Even here in this weird Valentine's Day idea, this necessarily is not the way to go, it's just a way to go. Don't take it literally and say like, oh yeah, they need to be all about talking bloggers on a blog. Turning a blog into a thing here. Strangely enough, though, this has no script. I don't think there's a script going on here. Yes, the only script is that I was disappointed at not being able to download some pictures from the Brazil trip to the rest of the cast. And then, well, Cal Hazel was going on about it. They should have a cast party. I know he said they should have. Come on. They didn't. And he wouldn't be invited to the cast. Anyway, I knew that. Come on. It's just that I wanted one. I really, really wanted one. I liked the notion of them having a cast party. And the crew coming back together from the old days, you know. All of us from Starship locations and beyond, just meeting up and having a cast party. but it was not to be. Many of us don't do the voices anymore, for one thing. Yeah, it's just like it's kind of like that Spectre show where all of his friends left, and some of them are still there, but off camera. Yeah, but of course, I was one of the ones that said, I hope this is not Rule 34 in a porno. That's why I didn't want to do it. Turned out it kind of isn't, but kind of is in some ways. But it is PG-13. Even less than PG-13. They're plastic people that are doing anything. So yeah, it's not Mormon Call. That movie sucked. Yes, it did. But here we are, and I am, of course, Gwendola. I also have a weird and tenacious connection to the whole thing, because I am Julie as well. Which is it's funny. And then the real Julie showed up, and it was like, oh yeah, I'm not really you, but I am, but I'm not. And yeah, and there's a cat man, and that cat story and all that. That was me. Yeah. I was never at TMS. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. But yes, Julie. One of the Julies. There were a couple of. Maybe he's referring to some other one, but I'm the Julie. I'm little Julie. That's who I am.
Catman. Hope he was a stud. 'Cause I sure am. Yeah. Stud. Huh. Yeah. Maybe they'll put me in that Starcracker story. It's one of those Zuri guys or something. Yeah, that'd be fun. I got to be in Canary Space, too. I was playing somebody else, and so was she. She was in it, too.
Yes, I was in Canary Space. I played Jones. This is supposed to be my cast party. It's about me. How can you have a cast party? Doesn't make any sense. There ain't no cast party going on here. Nobody wants to hang out with Cow Cat after all that stuff. I mean, he didn't do nothing wrong, but it's just like, he likes the Star Trek way more than anybody else ever did. Except maybe Mark's Cards. Yeah, the two of them should be writing for Star Trek. It's like a resume or something. Just give these fan film stories to him and say, like, okay, this guy may be not famous and stuff, and maybe won't be an influencer, but look at this stuff. It's better than what they were doing at Axonal, that's for sure. Ugh, this is way better than that. They should just be on that basis alone. They should be, hey, we're going to hire these guys. Even though we wouldn't normally do that with someone that's not famous. After all, we have been nicking from them for years. Well, they really haven't. Come on. It's not possible. They couldn't have known about Pine Hill, an insignificant little school in the middle of nowhere. It'd be like if they used Piedmont Hills or something. They don't even know what that is. Yeah, they're going to go visit them. No one else. Yeah, I know what delusion is. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not like I'd conjure up that cat guy to come and discuss his cat story right now. Yeah.
Well, I shall reiterate, because we're just cribbing from one of my blogs. Connect us to Starship locations, on-location missions, and all that stuff. Which is a blog that no one sees, that only is vaguely referenced as the locations in Starship locations. So it's relevant because some of these characters are from that, like Commander Rumbly, like Cal Hazel, like these names, Julie, but who knows nothing about TMS. She wouldn't know anything about that. Right. Maybe her sister, Amber. No, not even her sister. No. So back in the day, there was a Halloween harvest festival at the church. And I dressed as a character from an anime called Brown Cat. Turns out that I had the wrong gender of the character, and it was supposed to be a female. And it was in the early 2000s. And there were two, Amber and Julie, two girls, and I thought they were both there, and they both saw the costume, but apparently the older one didn't see the costume. And years later, mentioned it to the older one, and she was, I don't remember that. And it became a mystery. A mystery to be solved years later. A new version of the costume appeared in the 2010s, which was better. And also she didn't see it. But then at the Christmas Eve event thing, which somehow got convoluted into the other one because they passed by like ships in the night at the thing. Well, in this case, ships in the lobby, girls in the lobby as adults, and I happened to mention the story to Julie, the real Julie, who was there, not the Fillet character imitation knockoff crossover character who has nothing to do with her at all, but no, the real one, who was like who was one of the contributors, but only vaguely to the other thing, but more like Hearts of Worship. So it's a Hearts of Worship cast member basically, and also a cast member, and so Amanda was too. So yeah, there were pleasantries and whatnot. That's how the Christmas thing. She goes, "Oh yeah, I remember you dressed like Brown Cat. It wasn't Amber. It was me. I was. Yeah, it was my. Yeah, it was me. I remember that. So that was the mystery. That was the story. And now it's yeah. It was not that big a deal. It's like everybody, oh, this mystery, this strange event happened with the costume, and he was a furry or something, and all that. No, it was an anime character. It wasn't a furry. It was an anime character. He appeared. The later one looked kind of like a furry, but but no, he's not. Yeah, that's the story. And Amber and Amanda here, Amanda over there, she was a little jealous. She was like, "Wait a minute, you're not paying attention to me." And yeah.
Well, that isn't exactly what happened, Cal Hazel. You were going on about wanting a cast party at Hearts of Worship weeks earlier. I knew that there wasn't one, and there would just be little kids at the little kid one. I don't want to go to that. No, I really didn't want to go to that. And my family members and I were here at this one. And I just didn't want you writing in your blog your on-location thing about that particular event, which you did anyway. So, all right, so fine. But it was nothing bad. It really was not shipping fiction at all. This is, but it wasn't. So yeah. And then I wasn't disappointed about the thing, the cast party. I knew it wasn't real. I'm not crazy, and but yeah, I knew it wasn't real. And I knew it was just wishful thinking. And then afterward, the family members and I were going to go out anyway because they were in town. We were all in town. And we live far away, so it was impossible for you to go somewhere with us. But you said, oh, no, you should come. If you want to, I'm going to go to Denny's. You're trying to invite me on a date again. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. I have no idea what happened there, except when I saw your journal and realized, so some of the cast actually did go to dinner, but it wasn't a cast party. Yes, I see that. And also, you mentioned in that the dinner event was rather banal, so I probably wouldn't have been all that excited about that, except for the free food. But it would have been cool to see those two original cast members again that were there, Swan and Jenna. That would have been cool, but yeah, oh well. They're younger, they're slightly younger than me anyway, so I probably have nothing to say, but, they're adults. Yeah. So it's much ado about nothing. Part of that really wasn't. Oh, great. Yeah. As long as you realize you were being silly and all that stuff. Yeah, if something else is on your mind a couple of days ago, and for some reason you decided to rush out and make this thing. Well, it is Valentine's Day, so maybe you ought to just kiss and make up. Or not. There's a lot of kissing in this already. I think you've done a quota of kissing already. Well, there is someone I do want to kiss, but it's not him. It's the divorced Mahoney. I want to kiss him. Right now. Well, Mahoney is technically Boimler, so he's technically divorced from Mariner and from Crass. Well, that is confusing. That timeline is really screwed up. Then there is sort of a third one around, so you could just claim it's him, I guess. Oh boy. Well, the other one's in that Vanguard show. Yeah, that is confusing. The pony character. Yeah, so, tell you what. You could kiss him, I guess. You're wearing the same outfits.
What? I know we both started this whole thing together, but this is ridiculous. I mean, I'm really not into you that much. Ever since the Klingon chick broke me in several places, I didn't know I could take it. Lassie, Well, if you really need to puckering up, I'll give you a kiss because I'm Irish.
I know I don't normally swing this way. And Rutherford's my husband. But, all this smacking is turning me on, you know what I mean? I know, it's turning me on too. It's turning me on a lot. Nope. No. No two hot girls making out. We don't want to do that again. It's too derivative. We can't do that. Yes, it is. And then they sort of go, oh, this is my idea of a party? Are you kidding me? Everybody's had more sex than me. And why is she passed out behind me?
Get over here, darling. Oh no. No, it's too obvious.
What we started doing already? Oh, God. They're all going at it. Well, I'll make them go away. You're still here. Done up as a cat. What are you in the movie Cats? What's wrong with you? Well, you're a cat. I guess that's what it is.
There are some other characters we should be messing with at this point.
And then, let's see what happens. Yeah. Don't want to go that far. Not since, yeah. Although, really, you're quite a gentleman, and you never actually propositioned me at all. Ever, really. Yeah.
I'm LGBTQ friendly, and I've claimed to have done everything, but no, I haven't really.
That's something else.
I understand what you've done here, Q. I don't know if she does, but it would seem humanity wants to be loved and doesn't know how. And great distances set them apart from her and the other caste in the old times, during their brave missions. Perhaps this Starship missions, or whatever it was, on location, was sort of a family, a surrogate to her. Now she is several cities away and only comes around once in a while. She should take the opportunity to hang out with as many people as possible that still remember those times before. There may not be a caste party, but there may be opportunities to hang out and have coffee or tea or something. Tea, Earl Grey hot, or something like that. Yeah. I should take every opportunity to meet us again. Because, well, time is fleeting. Must always remember that. Embrace the future. Ever possible. I know for my crew at Cast, we always hang out together. Well, mostly always. And it's like a family in Star Trek. But not like in that cheesy car race show. It's not like Fast and the Furious. Ah, yes. That would be silly. Oh, Jean-Luc, you hopeless romantic. I don't know why she doesn't just do that. And I don't know why they don't just kiss each other right now and get it over with. This story has gone on long enough, I think. And I think it's just time there. Yeah. Well, maybe not in the real world, though. It'd be a little weird. But yes, I think it's probably because she's kind of charmed, let's say. Yes, and that probably would never happen because he's charmed. I mean, look at me. I'm totally charmed. And charming. Q, why did you dress like that? It makes you ridiculous. Well, anyway. Being in an android golem body makes me not really want to have you or anything, but I do have emotions for some reason. It's rather bizarre. But I am fully functional in the multitude of pleasuring. a variety of techniques. Oh, you jewel. That's just what I want.
Please don't. Don't make out right now. Don't do that. Please don't. No. You're going to spoil the moment. Yeah.
Yes. Act as sort of a buffer to the, not an apology, really, more of a buffer. Shouldn't have brought it up in the first place, but yeah. To the whole notion of there had not really been a party. But considering she really wasn't angry about that, she was angry about something else. It had nothing to do with me. It was those people at that church she still has a toxic relationship with in that other town. Yeah, it had nothing to do with me. Because, I'm just that good. She hasn't confided in me ever, though, about that kind of thing. No, going to the movie really, well, it kind of was a date. But no, we did not do anything else. Nothing happened. We're all adults. We're consenting. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Hello. Hello, Amanda. How are you? What's you? Why are you dressed like a Borg? That's really strange. Like you're the future Kestra or something, or Troy or something, halfway between. But you're not either of those people. You're just pretending to be. That whole other timeline of Bashir and the kid thing, I made that up. Yeah, just messing with him. You know me. What? You mean that other timeline didn't matter? We tried to correct it anyway? Oh, come on. This multiverse stuff is really giving me a headache. Although we kind of got to meet Bashir's grandson, but that's kind of silly, because, like, the Cohnirri space story is current, done in 2025. Sort of like how Prodigy and the other one are in the past, in the 2380s, but they're really filmed, like, last year. It's all convoluted, but just don't worry about it. Picard last year. It's like, yeah, we're doing these different time frames where we're in temporal investigations, and that's why I'm here, and I'm here to straighten this all out. Straightening it all out, because I'm from the time cop guys. Yeah, I can straighten it out. What are you talking about? Really? You're the time cop. How can you be the time cop? I'm her other self from the other timeline. Well, technically her granddaughter in the other timeline. But we're really it's confusing. We're just similar looking, which is how Cal Hazel managed to confuse us not long ago. And with the other ones and the other ones. Multiple confusions. Just because, and also because he didn't want to reveal that he was using the real characters from on location in Starship locations. He didn't want to do that. So we're here to fix that, I guess, or not. All these amalgamations are giving me a hideous headache. What's going on here? Come on. Girls, you're not them, and they're not you, and who's who and who's what. I'm so confused. If you're going to fix a timeline, make it right, or don't. I don't know.
She's created an awful mess that even I, as the Q, couldn't fix. How can she possibly fix it?
I'm the real Abby. Of course I can fix it. She's the other one. We're good at that. Yeah, winking over here. Come on. Let's get this over with. No, there's not going to be any kissing, if that's what you're thinking. No, we're not kissing each other. No.
I don't know what those alternate Abbies have in mind, but hope it's good.
All right, get on. By the way, happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, happy Valentine's Day.
It's going to suck, because I don't have a boyfriend. That's what all this is about. I unable to get laid. Ever.
You want a boyfriend or a girlfriend? That's what all this trouble's been about? Come on. Certainly there must be somebody. Somewhere. In all space. Even at this made-up party. Why don't you go find somebody and have some fun?
And who, pray tell, would I have some fun with? Not you. Didn't work last time.
I have an idea.
All right, do it. Whatever. Just get on with it. You have got to be kidding. You're kidding, right? I mean, he's Zuri or something.
Would you prefer this? Allow me to introduce myself. Jim Tikan, the leader of the Decepticons, and buff of movies. Yeah.
You've got to be kidding me. No, Jim Tikan. I am not. No, that is, we shouldn't, that is, no, no. Cal Hazel, come back here. Cal, come back here. Cal.
No, we let it this way. It's either we go on a date or I date your sister, who's as crazy as me. Okay, we'll go on a date. What are we gonna go see? A movie that doesn't suck, right? Yeah, a movie that doesn't suck. like Lion King, the Mufasa. That movie sucks. Want to go hate watch it? Yeah, that'd be fun. Let's go do it. I mean, hate watch it.
Oh, I can't help but laugh at you, but how old are you? You're one of the older minions from the cast? I think I met you years ago.
You did. You totally did. I'm least mature, but I haven't been around for like years. Lines up with the timeline, though. Yeah, Jim's gone. Played by Morton Roadkill. Yeah, in this timeline.
Quit chuckling every other word. What's wrong with you?
I'm hyper. I'm currently 58, according to Starfleet records. 58. I was kicked out of Starfleet for being insane.
Oh, God. Well, all right, we'll go to a stupid movie. What do you want to see?
The sky's the limit. Amanda, my friend. I'm sure Cal Hazel approved. Yes, he sent us here. Okay. Valentine's Day. At last, I get to hang out with a girl. It's been years. Yes, but no touching. Not even holding hands? Oh, okay.
No. Well, I am almost 40 and my biological clock is ticking, so... All right, let's go to the movies. Happy Valentine's Day, Jim Tikan.
Yeah, you too. Yeah.
And happy Queen Bee Day, too.
Yeah, Gigi Day.
Are you Beavis and Butthead rolled into one?
I predate Beavis and Butthead by several years. Yeah. I am the most immature one in the cast, though.
I can see that. Yeah, it's a good thing you didn't date my sister. You would get along too well, and the universe would explode. But me, I can handle it.
Yeah. I bet you can. Yeah, let's go.
But it'll kind of be like a counseling session, I think.
Yeah. You're funny. Oh, God. What have I done? I don't know. All right.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. And to Star Trek as well.
Live long and prosper. Peace and long life. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.